Okay. Do y'all think that like trans and gay people love differently? Like when somebody becomes a trans or gay, like they love women differently, or do you think that they're like everything's the same? Like everything is exactly the same. Basically, like all the stuff that we're talking about. You know how men love this way and women love more and all this stuff. Do y'all think that's true for even gay and trans people?
I think it's the same thing.
You think it's the same?
Your sexual identity does not change your mentality towards relationships.
Yep. What do you think?
Same.
You don't think it makes a
I don't
difference?
think it makes a difference.
I have no.
Well, yeah, you're not gay or trans, so you can't tell.
So honestly, I have no idea, but I feel like it's different.
You think, yeah, because you like,
I have never like experienced, but I just feel like
especially
it's
after
different
taking the
because they're
hormones,
made-
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, after they do all that stuff.
I honestly have no idea.
You
I
have no
don't
idea.
know.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
What do you think?
I have no clue, but I feel like society probably puts them in a whole different perspective. So I don't know.
Yeah, the whole nature versus nurture
Yeah.
thing.
I agree with what she said. The only thing I think is differently, and I said this today, is with them sex is like so much like more free spirited. But other than that, I don't know.
So my favorite study, like this is by far like this is by far my favorite study of everything that I ever like to bring up. They did a study where they took men and they took women, and they asked the men, what do you ask whenever your girl cheats on you, and they always ask, did you fuck him? That's what men always ask. They always ask, did you fuck him? When you ask women when they cheat, they always ask, do you love her? Do you love her? And even when they ask gay people and trans people, it is exactly the same. And that just proves how biologically different men and women are. Doesn't matter how much we want to say society changes us, the nature versus nurture debate, or anything like that. When that study was done, it just drastically proved right there. We are two completely different fucking things, and we see sex and love and everything completely different.
Yeah.
Now this is the other thing that really, it's a huge deal in a relationship. Love and respect are both the top two things in a relationship, in my opinion. Who deserves more respect in the relationship, the man or the woman? Start with you.
If you have to go 51-49.
Yeah,
Well,
y'all can even say that.
Each partner facilitates something different. So, like, my boyfriend makes me feel that security that I talked about that allows me to feel safe with being feminine. But I also provide him the foundation that he's looking for to be able to keep his 2 feet on the ground. So the respect goes both ways. You can't lack in respect and expect me to give you the same respect back.
Mhm.
Now, that doesn't mean that, I get to talk to you crazy, or that doesn't mean that you get to talk to me crazy. That mutual respect has to be there.
Yeah, mutual, 50-50. What do you think? Who deserves more respect, the man or the woman?
I think 50-50 as well, but I also think, yeah, just a little bit. No, I do believe 50-50, but I'm going to lean more on women, kind of, because men, like we already talked about today, men have that option of having all these women, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they can speak, talk to whatever they want to with any kind of female, because they have another one and another one and another one.
Only the top 10%. Remember that.
Well, I'm the same. Like, you know what
The
I mean?
majority don't, though.
Well, okay.
Generally
but,
speaking.
Yeah, generally speaking.
I'm just
the majority.
saying that.
Women deserve it more, though, you think?
If
Because
a
of
guy-
those guys?
Yeah, because of I was going to say a nigga.
Ooh.
But it's going to say a guy, because it can be any race. But they will try. Okay, this female won't let me do this. Let's see what this one will let me do. Or I can go try this with her, because she'll let it happen. Or, oh, she got on my ass about something. Let me go try somebody else. She's done. Like, guys do that.
Guys, y'all
So I
stop
feel like
chasing these
women
top
need to be
10%
more
men, ladies. Stop chasing these men, ladies. What about you?
I'm gonna definitely say a woman, only for the simple fact women. I don't know how to word it. We are the most powerful creatures on this planet. Without us, nothing will be ran properly. A guy cannot function or think right. We make the house a home. So I definitely say
They make groceries a meal.
Exactly.
Nah, for real.
What about you?
For me, it's 50-50.
50-50?
We supposed to both respect each other. If you wouldn't want me to go out and do this, I wouldn't. You don't. I mean, you shouldn't go out and do that. You know.
Yeah. It should be 50-50, equal.
Most definitely.
Yeah, you don't screw me over, I won't screw you over.
Right.
I honestly don't believe in 50-50. I believe in 100-100.
But just for respect, though.
No,
so like,
that's exactly.
Even for respect, 100%, 100%.
Like, I believe, like, because like a man could do whatever he wants and try to accuse a woman like they're doing the opposite thing. You know, you can't, like what she was saying, like you need to have that balance. You need to have that balance in your relationship where you know that you can have a communication where you don't have to worry about disrespecting him or calling him out of his name. You need to have that respect. Same thing with him. Like he needs to know that he can't call me a bitch just because I'm simply just explaining my feelings.
Yeah.
50-50.
Like, bitch, no, fuck you.
Yeah, I agree. What about you? What do you think?
I would say 50-50, but if I had to choose, I would say women, and only because
Then
whatever
more
you give
respect.
me, we gonna multiply.
so
and
it's
give it back.
50-50.
So if he's respectful to you, you'll be more respectful to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say 50-50 too. Yeah.
Yeah. What
What
about
was
you?
the question again?
Who deserves more respect, the man or the woman?
Oh yeah, it goes on both ends.
You think it's 50-50?
Yeah.
Because you give what you receive.
Right.
Facts.
Oh man.
And some men like think like, oh, they supposed to receive something. No, you do the same thing we should do. If you want me to go act a certain type of way, you go act a certain
It's
type of
also
way.
like you shouldn't waste your energy on trying to give them that energy that they gave you. Like, say fuck up.
But
Well,
I still
so-
feel like
they
sometimes
already
that
fucked you
mentality
up.
right there, the fuck 'em mentality, is what creates that hostility in your relationship.
Yeah.
Because when I don't know any of you personally, but just based on a lot of people's answers, I'm pretty sure all of us have had that one really, really bad relationship. And so what ends up happening is we take that emotional baggage and we put it onto the next man.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't want that man to do that to us from their past relationship, because our first answer is, I'm not her.
Yeah.
I'm not your ex.
That's,
See,
that's
see.
exactly what I'm
but we'll
trying
tear
to say.
him down.
Like, we shouldn't be so toxic. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, us, they can fuck us over, but you know how this mentality that you're speaking of right now, women are like, you know what, I'm gonna do the same thing to him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, fuck that. I'm not gonna give you that energy, and I'm not gonna give you that time of day where you try to get a reaction out of me because of what you did. You did it.
Yeah.
Now
I
you
agree.
deal with
So,
it.
Absolutely.
so here's the thing. For good men, I'm gonna say good men, they deserve more respect. And I'll explain really simply why they deserve way more respect. Because even the Bible says this. It's one of my Ephesians is my favorite book of the Bible, and the reason why is they talk a lot about the cycle between respect and love. It's not something that is an equal thing. There's a cycle. And women are to respect their husbands, and their husbands are to love their wives. And the reason why is because the man has more power if he's a good man. If he provides for you, if he's doing all the stuff, he has more responsibility. You need to respect that. You respect that he does more. And like you were saying, there's some people who have trauma and they bring it from old relationships, and it's all about how it starts. Like, think back to y'all's relationship and think back to how y'all's arguments start. And who was the first one who raised their voice? Now, if the guy's always the first one to raise their voice, I agree with y'all. That guy ain't shit. But I can tell you from every one of my relationships, it's usually the woman that's raising their voice. It's usually the woman that's disrespecting the man first. Now is it because the man isn't a big enough man? Is it because he wasn't able to pay a bill, or he was complaining about something, or he was acting like a bitch? Yeah, I can say from my own personal experience, like, yeah, I did certain things that made her act that way. But was it worth disrespecting him? No. And that's the thing today, is it's so normalized. If we look at TV shows, Everybody Loves Raymond, we look at all these things, it's so normal to disrespect your man. Men are looked at as like these little fucking disposable stupid men. If you watch TV and movies and all this stuff, men are looked down so hard on. And and that causes women to disrespect men like crazy. And we don't even see it. If y'all look back, y'all won't even recognize when you've done it before sometimes. And in reality, that's all a man wants is respect. Respect is love to a man.
No, there's a way to tell a man to tighten up without being disrespectful.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Just
By the
like
face.
there's a way to curse somebody out
just
without
rephrase
saying
it.
one word that's a curse word.
Yeah.
So if you tell your man, like, hey, I noticed you doing this, and that, I'm gonna need you to, either back off a little bit or tighten up a little bit or be stronger with this. There's a way to do that. However, I do feel like what ends up happening is the way that my generation was raised, the millennials.
Yeah.
We were raised to be a little bit more stern because men started to slack off a little bit. So then we were raised by our mothers to be like,
Get your shit together.
Right.
What men are actually leaders?
Well, that's the problem.
Right.
That's why y'all gotta stop. So one of the big reasons why I teach all this stuff, ladies, is because I have this theory. I have a theory that if all women just tomorrow closed their legs and said, no guys can have sex anymore, every guy in the world would have to step up and become a fucking badass to be able to get the sex. They used to have to work really hard to get it. They used to, but now that sex is devalued and it's so easy to get it, because I'm not saying it's y'all, but because of the hoes out here, like because of that, there's nothing to work for. They can get it so easily. Why do they even do anything more? So that's why, like, you're like, if I, with that theory, you know, if everybody did that, if everybody just cut these guys off, we would have a bunch of amazing men. But right now we have a bunch of men that are shitty because they keep getting sex so easily. But like, there's no reason for them to improve. Like, so it really comes down to, honestly, y'all ladies just fucking cutting these guys off for them to get better. It sucks, but that's just the truth in my
Aren't
opinion.
you the same person that said you're supposed to sleep with them on the first night if you have a
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
tell
no.
me something. Tell me something.
So
You did
I-
say
so-
that.
so-
Tell me something.
So that is what I still
A
say.
girl
No,
likes you
I-
more when she sleeps with you the first
She
night.
does.
Oh, wow.
It's a fact. So I could prove this also. There's tons of studies that show that if a woman has sex with a guy on the first date, it means that she actually has burning, genuine desire for him. And that's and look, here's
Or
the
she's
deal.
just wet.
Here's the deal. I don't. You also gotta understand. I don't tell women to do that anymore. I have grown. I have changed. But what I do tell them to do now is you do need to have it with them as soon as like you really want to. So if that's after a month or two. You shouldn't ever tell somebody 3 months though, like, I'm gonna make you take me on 5 dates or anything. That's stupid. Now,
that is kind
when you're comfortable, you're comfortable. Whether that's the first night,
it
or
has
that's
to happen.
6 months from now.
It has to happen genuinely.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.